Welcome, friends, to the Monday Manifest. Hey guys, Chaos Hand 56 here, and I'm back from vacation now. Granted, it is currently Tuesday, and this is still the Monday Manifest, though. I technically flew back in Friday night, and then I had all of Saturday and Sunday to record, but I had been cleaning my room. You can't really tell from looking at it because it's still a fucking mess. But I mean, that's part of the fun of having a room is that it's almost always cluttered in some way. Like I've got this. Why do I have an app? Anyway, but yes, it's good to be back. And actually, over the course of my vacation, I decided that the topic of today's Monday Manifest would be vacations because they're very necessary. Because no matter how much you love doing whatever you do for work, eventually you're going to need some time away from it. Like it's just one of those things. Repetition always breeds boredom or burnout. Like that's just how it goes. Like I said, no matter how much you love what you do, it's good to have breaks every once in a while. And as much as I really like streaming different games and stuff like that, it is taxing after a while. And I know that sounds crazy. How can it be hard to play video games all the time? But it kind of is. And I mean, that's not the only thing I do. I also drive for a living and all that. But but yeah, like it's still a lot of work. There's a lot that goes into it. I mean, honestly, the thing that burns me out the most about doing Twitch and stuff like that is the social media aspect of it because I'm not very good at social media and there's a lot of different ones. And sometimes it's really hard to post daily shit. Like there's a lot. Like to think of what to do and all that. And I actually just started up a Patreon, which doesn't have anything in it yet, so it hasn't fully launched yet. But I have ideas, and we're gonna see how that goes. And hopefully, that's not like gonna put me over the edge of too much shit that I have to deal with every day. But like I said, a lot of work goes into it. Like no matter what, and honestly, this kind of goes back to the burnout topic. Is obviously I love video games. I play them for people on stream all the time, and I play them off stream and everything. So, I mean, I'm 31 years old, but I still fucking love games and anime. It doesn't, like I said, age has nothing to do with the things that you like. It's just what you like. You know, you can be 80 years old and still enjoy video games. That doesn't make you childish. It just means you like video games because that's just something that you can enjoy. But but yeah, like for a while, like one of the biggest things that got me is actually there were two games that started like burning me out really bad. The first one was Dot Hack GU, and I love that game series, but I was playing it like every day for a while just to kind of get through it, and then I was like, man, this is becoming not so fun. And the other game that I didn't actually technically finish, I'm like right at the end, but I got my ass handed to me by the final boss because I fucked up. Was Persona 4, which I started a brand new game. And if you guys have played the Persona series, you know that the Persona games are very long. Like, even if you're not going for everything, they're still very, very dialogue heavy games since, you know, you can't just rush through it. You're going through it on a day by day basis because that's how they work. And yeah, so I started Persona 4 like completely fresh because I was like, this will be fun. I had put about 80 hours into that game, which honestly for that game isn't a lot, I guess, but you know, to be on stream each of those 80 hours like constantly for months basically, because I'd only stream for maybe 4 to 5 hours at a time. That's a lot. Like that's a lot, and you get burnt out on it like after a while, even if you love the game. Like I love Persona 4. It's a really good game. But that's just what happens. Like I said, repetition after a while, you're just gonna get tired of it, no matter what. Which is why, like, huge props to the people who can play like competitive games every fucking stream forever and somehow not get tired of it. Like I don't understand that. Like I can only play, like I was even playing with friends last night and we were playing Overwatch and it was a lot of fun, but at an hour and a half into that, I was kind of like, I'm pretty done with this, you know? And I like Overwatch. I like quite a few games, but I just like when it comes to competitive multiplayer, I just can't. I can't. Like I'm basically all about either cooperative multiplayer or single player like RPGs, platformers, stuff like that. Like those are the kind of games I can play forever and generally not get tired of it. But yeah, definitely burnout is a real thing when it comes to anything. Like doing it multiple times over and over. So this vacation was very welcome. Granted, it was 10 days is a lot longer than you think it is when you're near the end of it and you're like, I really want to go home. And I mean, I went to Hawaii because that's where my mom lives, and I met up with my brother and my sister because my mom wanted us to all get together for Thanksgiving. I think she's already got it planned for next year too. So, which is all right. Like we planned this one fairly early on, but this will give everybody a lot more time to plan because I only actually got to see my brother and my sister for like 2 days each, which kind of sucked. You know, and you only see them for like 2 to 3 days out of 10 days. And then the last part of that, I was just like, man, this kind of sucks. I'm bored. You know, it sounds weird to say that you're bored on Hawaii because I like the outdoors and I like the beach, but I only really got a few hours of beach time total because honestly, you have to drive to get anywhere on that island. Like, and I know that sounds weird. I live in Texas. Texas is huge, but Texas also, like, I live in Central Texas. There's a lot of urbanization and stuff like that. So I can walk across the street and be at a grocery store. Whereas in Hawaii, granted, you can do the same thing, but that grocery store is very expensive. Like, the cheapest place to go is Costco, which is about 30 minutes away from where my mom lives. So it's kind of an ordeal if you want to do anything really in Hawaii because there's only 2 roads that go around the whole fucking island, and there's one that kind of goes across the middle, but it's like there's really not a lot to do when it comes to like tech wise and stuff like that, or checking stuff out other than the beach. Like, and I love the beach. We just didn't go to the beach very much because we were doing other holiday stuff and all that. So I mean, I'd highly recommend the place for a visit. It's not any place that I would really want to live at this stage in life because everything's very expensive and it's also a tiny island away from everybody that I know over here. So, you know, there is that. But it was a lot of fun, definitely. Like, kind of getting away from things for a while, doing, like, being the only thing I have is like my phone and my old ass tablet PC, which I used to upload the last Monday Manifest, and thankfully, while that thing isn't super strong, uploading a video, thankfully, just goes off of internet rather than actual processing power, which I'm happy for. Because otherwise, it would have taken hours, but it only took like 30 to 40 minutes to upload that video. That was the other thing. The internet was not fantastic. And my mom was like, you can always stream from here. And I'm like, well, it's like 4 hours behind, and also the internet's not great, and I didn't have any equipment to stream with really other than like my phone, and the connection traveling across the island is so spotty there's no point in trying to do something live on there because it will most definitely get cut off. You could probably be streaming at 160p and still get really spotty because when we were driving up and across the mountain, like the radio and everything kept cutting out, and we're just like, oh, okay. But yeah, anyway, sorry, I'm just like ranting on about me being there, which is, well, I mean, this is kind of an excuse for me to talk about Hawaii because it is a great place. But vacations are super important to your mental health, mental and physical, really. Like, especially if you work in like a very physically oriented like field or something like that. Even if you don't feel like you're getting tired of it, your body definitely needs a rest. Like, fatigue is one of those things that really sneaks up on you. So, you always got to make sure that you take care of yourself first. Like, as much as you might like making content or working or doing other things, vacation is a very important aspect of that as well. Like, rest is very important. It's just like working out. You can't do it every single day because otherwise your body would basically fall apart, and also you need your rest days for your muscles and everything to regenerate and get stronger and all that. And then you can keep going from there. And then everything just like feels a bajillion times better. Just like after coming back from vacation. Because I feel pretty good. Like, the stream yesterday was fantastic. You know, I pretty much everybody that normally comes by came in and said hi and everything, and it was a lot of fun. But yeah, vacations are super important as a part of anything, and it's not being lazy. Like treating yourself is not being narcissistic or lazy or anything like that. It's just a normal part of life. Like to take some time to kick back and all that. Like take time when you can. Because if you're working just constantly all the time, life is definitely not any fun. You know, and like I said, as much as you might love your job or whatever else you do, you still need a break at some point. You know, there's just going to be a point where your mind is just going to need like some time to just not think about it. And that's how Hawaii was. It was kind of nice. Granted, I was still trying to keep up on like Discord and Instagram and Snapchat and stuff like that, because at least with that I could just take a picture and put it up and be like, look, I'm still alive and all that. But for the most part, I was fairly disconnected. In fact, a couple of people like texted me because they're like, "Are you okay? We haven't heard from you in a while." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on vacation. I'm sorry, I didn't I didn't tell like everybody. I mean, I went on Facebook and I was like, I'm flying out, so yeah." And yeah, so most people probably understood that. But anyway, let's see. And now that we've got that out of the way, let me recount, how did a vacation go? I landed in Kona, what, the night of the 26th. I left like 4 p.m. and I got there at like 9 p.m. because even though it's 4 hours behind, I still had I had a 4.5, 5 hour flight and a 3 hour flight. And no layover. Well, it was like a 10-minute layover, but by the time I got to LA, it was already time to board the plane, so I had to kind of book it to the other terminal and then get on the plane. And the fucking the lady reading the tickets was like, "You're late. They're boarding already." And I was like, "I'm sorry." And then I get there, and they like maybe 3 people have actually gotten on the plane, but the line is like all the way to the door, and I'm just like, "Okay, well, so you were just kind of being rude to me for no reason." Whatever. And we still had like 20 to 30 minutes to take off, so it wasn't even that huge of a deal, but they like to be dramatic. But yeah, I got there, and then yeah, my brother was there, and he bought me a lot of things because my brother lives in Japan. So anybody on my Discord, I don't know if I put it on Instagram. I should probably put it on Instagram. He bought me. If you look behind me, you see that orange thing. That's actually a Flareon cape with a little head. I'll actually just show you guys. I might. You probably didn't hear what I was mumbling on my bed because I keep forgetting that condenser mics are not good at picking things up from across the room without picking up like everything. But yeah, it's a it's a Flareon cape. He got it from the Pokemon store. I know because I have the plastic bag from it. But yeah, at first I thought that it had armholes, and I was very confused because I have broad shoulders, and I was like, I do not want to destroy this thing. But no, it's just a cape. Oh god, I can't see. These eyes are not eyes. Like, well, they're eyes, but I can't see at them, so I'm currently blind. But yeah, I thought it had armholes, but it just has like a little Velcro tab right here. You do that with, and then it's beautiful, isn't it? Oh god, it keeps slipping down though. Why? Why? Thankfully, I haven't beaten Pokemon Sword or Shield, so I'll probably actually wear this while I'm playing those games because why not? Or I'll make it like a bit or donation goal for once I hit so much that I'll put it on for the rest of the stream. Who knows? That's another thing I have to work on. It's donation goals. Cause, yeah. Anyway, then he bought me some other stuff. He got a lot of candies and stuff, but I already bought those. There's this little, this little dog thing. It's apparently Kashinu Pan Puppy Edition. Wait, does this thing have a name? Oh no, Okashinu. No. Oh, they're breads. Oh, I get it. Because they're strawberry and husky lime pie, banana cream corgi. Oh, and Chocokita Chip. Ha! Get it? Because that's the name of that's dog names. Anyway, I don't know which one this is. Maybe it's like cookies and cream. I mean, it's white and black, so I could be right. I don't know. God, this thing keeps slipping. Maybe it's just the beard. Maybe I'm not supposed to have it. The chin. He also got me this thing, which is an otter. It's a ninja otter. It's got a leaf on its head. It's currently off, but if I turn it on, it mimics what I say. Hello?
Hello?
So yeah, we were having a lot of fun with this thing. Well, he put the batteries in and then immediately like set it down, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then it started, you know, repeating everything I said. And it's fun for a little while, but then we put them away when the kids showed up, my sister's kids, because that probably would have been a pretty crazy experience for sure. I mean, they got one too, but they didn't put the batteries in it yet. And then he also got me, it's a Hello Kitty. Oh, I just realized why does she have a safety pin on the back of her head? What? Oh. Well, I'm glad that didn't show up, like, as a deadly weapon, and when they scanned my bag. Although apparently my toothpaste was too pointy or something, because they had to search my bag, and I'm like, all I have is toothpaste in there, and deodorant and stuff. Yeah. And then, he also got me this, which I don't think I can play it on Twitch, because it has the little shiny 18 on the side, and also there appear to be children in it. I'm not quite sure. It's called First Love That Encompasses You. Oh, sorry if that's not. Zoom. So I don't know, it looks really cutesy, but then there's also a booklet inside that has some of their other games, and there were a lot of boobies and ladies getting splashed with what I could only assume is milk. And let me tell you, that's a waste of milk. Like, milk goes in your mouth, not all over your face and body. I mean, unless you're taking one of those milk baths that's supposed to be good for your skin. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I might have to take this for a test run before I try to do it on Twitch or anything, because I can't read Japanese. That's the other thing. So that's going to make that a little weird. I mean, I need to learn at least like basic stuff, but yeah. But yeah, this is the vacation. I got a Flareon thingy, and also I got what could possibly be a game. You know, that's probably not. I probably shouldn't say that. I'll probably, yeah. There's just I don't know. And it's from Unison Shift Blossom. But yeah, I'll have to edit that part out. Ha. Anyway. But yeah, fuck, what was I saying? Oh yeah. But the next bit I'll probably finish this up with some pictures. Oh god. Come on, Zoom. Of Hawaii and all. So, I forgot my piano was turned on. But yeah, I also have a video. The last day. Okay, this is something that's kind of really cool, but also sucks because I got no video evidence of it other than a really shitty phone video. Is the last day I went to a an area called Two Step right next to a sorry, my door was vibrating. It's right next to one of the parks in Hawaii. Two Step is a very famous place for snorkeling. It's not like your traditional beach. There's no sand there. It's just a bunch of rocks and stuff, but there's a couple areas where the rocks are very smooth and kind of like shelf down into the water. So it's a very accessible place for divers and stuff to go out. So me and my mom were out there snorkeling with fins and everything, and it just turns out that there was an entire pod of dolphins swimming around us and under us, because it's actually very deep, very quick over there. Like most of the other beaches, you know, it kind of goes and then it goes off and deeper and stuff like that. It gets like 10 to 12 feet as soon as you get into the water there, and then it gets like way deeper, 30 to 40 feet out. So it was pretty amazing, like watching them all, because they were, they were traveling all together in a pod, like circling under and around us and coming up for air. And there were quite a few occasions where they came up almost like within 2 to 3 feet of me, like within touching distance. So that was pretty fantastic. But as I said, I had absolutely no waterproof gear or anything to actually take pictures of them with or to record them with. So definitely, I think one of my goals for next year is to get a GoPro, so I actually have a way to record like hikes and dives and stuff like that. Because even if there weren't dolphins around, there were a whole lot of really awesome things down there. There were lots of triggerfish. There were a lot of other kinds of fish. I'm not very good with fish names, but triggerfish are the little yellow ones, and there are also some tangs and stuff. And probably the Hawaii state fish, which I can't really pronounce, but it's like the humu puku. I probably already fucked it up. Wait, let me look it up. Let me look up the Hawaii state fish. Okay, it's a reef triggerfish, but they call it, okay, yeah. It's the humu nuku nuku. Wait, did I already find humu nuku nuku? Nuku. Oh God, how do you fucking pronounce that? I keep getting lost because there's so many things. Yeah, the humu nuku nuku pawa, something like that. It's also called the rectangular triggerfish or Hawaiian triggerfish, and I'll make sure to put up both the name and the picture so you guys can have fun trying to pronounce that. But yeah, there's a bunch of those things around. But it's pretty fantastic, like just the reefs and stuff like that, and all the other different shit that was there. There were a lot of sea urchins. That's the only thing. Like, you know what? I'm not really afraid of the water or the deep water or even murky water. Like, I've got no issue with that as long as I can swim around and see like close enough so I don't bash my feet into things. But I do not like seeing sea urchins everywhere because those things are fucking pointy as shit. And one of the things is at Two Step, it's a lot of volcanic rock, and obviously volcanic rock has air bubbles in it because that's what happens when lava cools rapidly. There's lots of air bubbles. But yeah, climbing back up to get in there, like there's some pretty decent sized holes in the rock, and it's always fun looking in the rock and just seeing pokey sea urchins inside of there. And I'm like, I do not want to stick my finger in that at all. So like getting back on shore, I was just like, let's make sure that there's no place for me to poke myself and possibly die. But yeah, all in all, it was fantastic. Like I said, next year I think we're gonna try to make sure that all of us are there for like the same length of time, so we have more time to actually hang out. Because that was probably the best part of the trip, other than the dolphin thing. And it would be cool if they actually got to see that. Because my sister doesn't like deep water, but I think if there were enough of us, she probably wouldn't be quite as freaked out. But yeah, so what I'm gonna do actually is I'm just gonna run like a slideshow of the pictures, because I don't really know how to like edit on the fly, and then I'll probably put some like music in the background, find some non-copyright music to put up there, so you guys aren't just looking at pictures with like no sound in the background. Or I could just record. I mean, I guess I could always record my voice as I'm putting up the pictures, and be like, hey, this is this, and then this is when the dolphins happen. That actually might be good too. But anyway, yeah. Thank you so much for stopping by on this week's Monday Manifest. It actually is longer than I thought it would be. I guess I'm really good at rambling on about random shit. But thank you so much for being here. Remember, vacations are very important. Any kind of break is very important to your mental and physical health, because your body and brain need time to stop processing certain things and just really relax. And that way, once you go back to doing things, you just feel that much better, that much more renewed. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out, guys, and it's good to be back. I will figure out the topic for next week's Monday Manifest, but for now, You guys have a fantastic night and enjoy the pictures that I'm gonna put up and possibly commentate to. We'll see. Yeah. Catch you guys next time. I'll probably get one of him in a minute. He doesn't seem to be moving very much.
Do you still see the dolphins out there?
They were actually just, like, jumping, but now they've decided to be shy. Oh, wait, no!